Oh yeah, pipe smokers. Yep, this is Paul the Pipe Guy. On the Paul Gilson YouTube channel, and my good friend Mark Denon sent me a pipe. He actually found two of the same pipes, and he wanted me to have one. And I'm trying to get this stem out. Actually, I'm trying to get it back in now so I can show it to you. This is a Breton Hall. It's got a sterling silver band on it, and look at the carbon buildup in that. It's like running over the top of the bowl. That is the most carbon buildup I have ever seen in my life. I took my jackknife and just flicked off some here because I wanted to show you. It's absolutely solidly plugged. But Breton Hall, they make great pipes. Someone loved this. They smoked it until they just couldn't smoke it anymore. Never cleaned it and probably put it back in the rack. This is great. Mark, thank you so much. I love this. I love to get pipes like this where the bones of the pipe are all there. I mean, look, there's really hardly any teeth chatter in there. All right. Really none. I mean, a couple of bite marks on the side, but I could fix that in 5 minutes. That is cool. Look at that. Look how plugged up that pipe is. I don't even think I can fit a pen inside of this. I can't. It won't. It just won't go. That's how plugged up it is. So what we're going to do with this, we forget about the reamers right off the bat. Those go out the window when you've got a pipe like that. That's what you use, all right? And now I'm going to take, oh my Lord. But this is the way I love to get pipes. Down and dirty with great bones. Oh my God. I've never seen so much carbon buildup. But yeah, I love to get a pipe that is just like this. That was Grandpa's old pipe. He smoked the shit out of until he just couldn't smoke it anymore and either died or bought another one. I don't know. But you can see, oh my God. Yeah, what I'm doing is I'm just going like this. And I'm making sure I don't get too close and cut out any of the briar. This is coming out in chunks. You can see already it's getting better, but no, I'm going to take this down to bare wood. I'm going to do that right now, and I'll be right back, and I'll show you. Okay. She is cleaned out and reamed out down to bare wood. And when I tell you there was literally chunks flying out of this pipe, I am not kidding you. That is a big chunk of carbon. It's all over. So I reamed it out with my jackknife, got it down to pretty much bare wood. And then I went with a different size pipe reaming tools. That really does a smooth job on it. And you want to be gentle with it. Don't ram it in there and just start cranking on it, because if it's too tight, you're going to crack the bowl. So just take it easy on it. But yeah, the inside of the walls on that pipe are saying, ah, we can finally breathe. You still can't get any air through it. Let's look at the crown of the pipe. That's the top of the bowl. Do you see all the stuff that's all over there? This might gross you out. This is how I get that off. You let your saliva soak in there. I know it looks gross. If somebody has a better method, let me know. And then you gently, with the edge of your knife, go around that bowl. I can't see this. I'm paying attention to the pipe because I don't want to fuck the top of it up. Go around the bowl, like so. And don't press too hard. You're only taking carbon off. You want to take zero briar off. So you're putting very little pressure on the top of that. She's already starting to clean up. All right. You just keep repeating the process. I'm going to show you. I'll make that look like brand new. Okay. So if you love your pipes, don't be afraid if they have some carbon buildup on the top. Just don't be afraid to lick them. There ain't nothing on there that's going to kill you. If anything, it's going to build up your immunity system. And then you take your jackknife, a very sharp jackknife, very gently. I'm putting just a tiny bit of pressure on that. And I'm going in at a 90-degree angle straight down like I'm going to cut through the bowl. But I'm scraping it. And what I'm doing is I'm going from kind of the inside of the bowl, and then I'm angling my knife down here like that. Be careful so you don't take chips out of the outside of the bowl or the inside of the bowl. Then when you've got it about like that, you take some extra fine steel wool and you just give her a little couple twists. Sometimes the blue jeans just don't do the job. And there you go. By the time I put carnauba wax on that, it's going to look brand new. Now, up on the top of the bowl here, you'll notice, and it's hard to see on the camera, it's just a tiny little chewed up. Well, we can fix most of that. All you need is like some fine sandpaper, like I just had it here. I can lose my mind. And for stuff like this, I use 180 grit. You need a golf ball. Okay. Now, if this was a dark black pipe or something like that, you're going to need some black dye after you're done with this. Basically, just wrap the golf ball, push down fairly hard, and twist it. The golf ball is a sphere. The bowl is supposed to be, and you can't do this on rusticated pipes. That cleaned that up nice. So really, almost all the gnawing that was there is gone, and I'm left with just a tiny little chamfer on the inside of the bowl, which is fine. That's what you want. I'm going to hit her with some super fine steel wool. Now, I may or may not stain that. I probably will. Yeah, I'll stain that. I'm just going to hit that, just the top of that bowl with a little bit of stain, let it dry for 24 hours. But I'm not going to hit it with a stain yet. What I'm going to do next, I have to get the stem off, which this one, when it came in, really didn't want to come off. As you can see, let me pause the video. Okay, that stem does not want to come out. I suspect there's so much carbon buildup in that pipe, it does not want to come out. So, the only method that I know if a stem doesn't want to come out, You throw it in the freezer for about 15 minutes. And then when you take it out, all right, hopefully the stem material is going to shrink more because of the cold than the briar will. And one of three things will happen. You're going to break the stumble off in the pipe. You're going to crack the shank, or the stem will come out. Those three things are the only possible things. So we'll be back. We're going to let her sit in the freezer for about 15 minutes and think about how obstinate she's being, and she shouldn't be. We're putting her in timeout. She shouldn't be that way with Paul the Pipe Guy, because I'm going to win. Do not put water or any liquids down in there. It'll expand the briar and make it even harder to get out. This method has always worked for me. Watch me bust the thing in half. I don't know. We'll be back. Well, it took 2 freezer tries, but we were successful. We got that out of there. And that baby is tight as tight can be. So I'm not going to try to fit that back in the pipe, okay? And I noticed that there's just a tiny little piece of the end of the stumble that is missing. It cracked off. No big deal. I mean, I could take that if I really wanted to and sand it 1/16 of an inch down. No big deal. I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm going to take just a tiny little bit of steel wool. Make sure you don't round off that. Otherwise, it's not going to fit. You're supposed to be able to, when a stem's in a pipe, you're supposed to be able to run your finger over it and not really feel any difference. So I don't want to round these edges off. So we're going to take some fine steel wool. We're going to just kind of, that stumble. This guy may have smoked the shit out of this pipe and melted the end of the stumble a little bit. That's what it looks like to me. And so we're going to clean that up. I'll take some sandpaper. There's some sharp edges on the top. And then we'll get that all nice. So imagine if I've already deghosted this pipe with the salt and alcohol treatment, which I'm not going to do. Imagine that I've already done that, okay? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to run some pipe cleaners. We do have some airflow through there. We do have some tight airflow through there. I'm going to swab some of these. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of sand the stem down, being careful that I don't round that edge off on the top of the stem, because we want that to fit perfectly back on the pipe. And that little teeth chatter I'm going to take out, and then I'm going to take it out to the wheel and polish it up, and let's see how she looks. We'll be right back. Hope you're enjoying this video. Oh, but before pipe cleaners, I'm going to take the little picker. I'm going to put that up inside. And that thing just, oh yeah, there's a lot of carbon buildup in there. So when I deghost the pipe and I totally saturate the inside of this with alcohol and salt, it's going to loosen up a lot of that stuff, and it's going to get, oh, that's even way better. But, you know, sometimes when you ream a bowl with your pipe reamer, sometimes what it does, it'll take some of the briar and kind of cover the inside of the hole inside the bowl. Just take a little pick. I got another special little tool I designed with a coat hanger. I took a thin coat hanger, and what I did is I bent it on the end so I can get some leverage, and then I snipped it. So basically this end of the coat hanger is shaped like that because I snipped it. So that can go inside of there, and I'm feeling a lot of stuff in there. That's kind of like a little tiny reamer. And just be gentle, go with the flow. Oh yeah, there's a lot of carbon buildup inside of that. Inside the stem, we'll put that pipe reamer down through there. This is a straight stem, so I can do that. And I'm feeling all kinds of, oh man, this is full of gunk. Let me work on this. We'll be right back. All right, so I'm taking a pipe cleaner soaked in Everclear on the stem. And when I go to put that in, I put it in this way so it goes up. So any excess alcohol is going to squeeze down through the pipe cleaner. I'm not wasting anything. And this is full of gunk. I can feel it. So I'm just going to let that soak in there for a few minutes. Just kind of work her back and forth. You know, and I'm feeling that gunk loosen up, and you can see that pipe cleaner is black. I'm already getting a much better airflow through there. I'm going to go back through the mouthpiece, see if I can fit this in there. It's tight, and there's all kinds of juices running all over my finger. It's tight. This pipe has been loved. So now I'm getting this end of it because I couldn't get the pipe cleaner all the way up through. And we're just going to let that soak. We're going to do the same process on the stummel of the pipe through here, up through the bowl. But make sure you hold it like that. If you get Everclear, if you do it like that, you're going to get Everclear that's going to drip down. It's going to mess up the finish on the pipe. So yeah. How am I doing so far? Okay, so pipe cleaner number 2. That's coming out pretty black too. That's soaked in Everclear. And when you get this up through, when you finally are, oh, look at that. It finally went through. Wag that back and forth, because the hole goes up through the stem and then goes out. So you want to get that all cleaned out. So wag that back and forth like that. So you're getting all of that tar, all of that stuff out of there. Yeah. Wow. And being a straight stem, you can actually hold it up to a light and look at it. Better shine good. I still see some junk up there, so we're going to work on this a little bit more. And that's what we got. Totally black. From just going in the stummel. Remember to do it like that. If you're using the Everclear, that's the only way to get this stuff out. All right. And that's what we have. It is black. That's the second time that I did it right there. Still black. So we could sit here and go through 100 pipe cleaners doing this until we do the salt and alcohol treatment on it. It's really not going to get all of that stuff out. But this pipe right now is smokable. Yeah, it is. Wag that tail. Wag that tail on there. see what I'm doing? I'm going back and forth. I got that pulled through. There's the mouthpiece. I'm wagging that tail. I'm looking through, and that looks pretty shiny in there. That looks pretty shiny. Yeah, so the ghost is in there, and it's in there too. When you do the salt and alcohol treatment, it cleans most of this out. But if you pre-clean it like I just showed you, both these items, when you deghost this pipe, you're not going to have a ghost anymore. I'll guarantee this pipe has a ghost. And I will guarantee that we are going to smoke this pipe. So let me do what I got to do. We're running out of time. Voila, there you go. One restored pipe. Okay. The only thing I still need to do on this is shine up the silver band a little. It's sterling silver. I put some hand wax on it, but I'm actually going to take this, polish it up on the wheel. I still have to deghost it. I got all the teeth chatter out. Now we just need to polish that on the wheel, and this pipe will be like brand new. A gorgeous Breton Hall, taken from a hulk of junk. Let's smoke it. Look at that briar. Look at the crown on that bowl now. Look at that silver band. Look at it. Now, let's start it on fire. This pipe probably hasn't been smoked in 50 years. Look at that stem. And I don't taste no ghost. Oh, what a great smoking pipe. I love this. Thank you, Mark. We're running out of battery. We're running out of time, but that's what we got. Paul's Pipe Restoration. Yeah. I'm going to put this on the charger, upload the video. Yeah.